SHAREfactory without issue. They'll be fitted to the car in time for the next session.
Hello guys, Turbocharged 51 over here. I hope you're having a splendid day wherever you are in the world. Guys, it is time for the Russian Grand Prix here at the Sochi Autodrome. This is going to be an epic one, and guys, something massively has happened in the performance chart. Look at Mercedes. They have jumped us. We are no longer the second fastest car. We are now third, but still Mercedes have upgraded so much that they are just a pixel away from Ferrari. And then also Red Bull lurking there in fourth. The top four teams are so close, guys. The tension is building up so much you can cut it with a knife, and it's just gonna be a cracker. Ferrari are still leading the way with a pixel's difference with Mercedes in second place. Myself and Scuderia Toro Rosso is third. Red Bull Racing fourth. Then we go up to the rest of the pack who are all bunched up together. Renault is in fifth. Force India 6th, McLaren 7th, Haas Racing in 8th. Then Williams have passed Sauber once again to be the 9th best team according to paper. And then Alfa Romeo Sauber is bringing up the rear end. Now guys, here's where stuff gets interesting. In the performance rankings, we are 4th in the engine department. We've got the best chassis under us, but then in the aero department, we are 2nd. So it's a really balanced outfield. Some cars are better in certain sections of the track. So this weekend here at Sochi is going to be awesome. Guys, just a quick shout out to my boy Baran Brits. He was the 50th subscriber on the channel yesterday. Props to you, my man. You are amazing. Hope you enjoy being called out in a video. Guys, number 100 for the next one will also be given a shout out. Hope you guys enjoy. And let's head to qualifying.
Welcome back to Sochi. We're about to be joining the action down in the pit lane as the cars get ready to embark on their qualifying runs. It always looked like the kind of track that asks an awful lot of the rear tyres, such as the frequency of low-speed exits.
Lots of low-speed exits means the rears are in for a lot of punishment. It's all too easy to spin them up coming out of a corner too aggressively. It might look great for us as spectators, as we love to see a car driven beyond its limits, but it's not going to result in a great long-run pace.
No wasting time today. Let's jump straight into the action, guys. We are on our first lap here at the Sochi Autodrome for qualifying. And, well, actually our second lap. It's the, guys, I skipped my first lap. My first lap was pathetic. You guys see a 1 minute 27.7. And I was just going for my final lap here in Quali 1, just to make sure I get myself into Quali 2. Now guys, the Sochi Autodrome is an exceptionally fun track to drive. It's a very, very hard track, especially Sector 3. There's a little bit of inclines, there's low grip sections, it goes from very flowing to very tight all of a sudden. So this track is really hard to master. I quickly want to point out there, Sebastian Vettel is out in Quali 1. He did not set a time due to there being problems to his car. I really hope Sebastian has got a good strategy for the race, because he's gonna need it. Now also here at Sochi, the tire strategy is the same as the previous round in Singapore. I almost said Monaco. Hyper soft, ultra soft, and then the soft. No super soft tires this weekend. So if you go to the hard compound tire, you are stupid, because this track is so durable with the tires. You can literally finish the race on a set of hyper softs and one set of ultra softs if you really drive good. But me, not so much. Now heading into Quali 2, you guys, you can see the sun has come out a little bit more. It looks a little bit better. I get a terrible run there through the first corner. We jump onto the end of our first flying lap in Quali 2 using this worn set of hypersoft tires. We come across the line with a 1 minute 30.0. Okay, you guys did not see that. That was pathetic. You did not see that. And oh boy, that is very bad. That is very bad, boss, very bad. But it is okay. It is okay. We will try again. So, because we still have extra tires, you guys see we are dead last by the end of the session. And from here on, yeah, I was going to have to push like crazy. And it is going to be fantastic. It's going to be fantastic, I hope. Guys, let's try and get this car out of Quali 2. Like I said, this is a very hard track to drive, and I'm not good at Sochi. So for me to get into Quali 3, I was going to have to work for it. Heading on to the home straight with a little bit of the kink in it. Going through the first corner, guys, this next hairpin is absolutely flat out all the way. You need to have the guts to go through here. Going down the gears all the way down to 4th gear to clip the curb on the inside and on the outside. By the way, we're going around final lap here of the Sochi Autodrome, if you didn't guess it by now. Heading down this next part, brake hard into third gear, fourth gear up, I get a little bit of oversteer, climb over the curb on the outside, but nothing too bad. Down to fourth gear for this next corner, clip the curb on the inside and on the outside. The next corner is a double left-hander. Down to fifth gear, clip the curb on the inside and on the outside, and keep your foot planted as you go through the corner. Down to third gear for this very next corner to get the car to turn in. Up to fourth, fifth gear, I get a massive kick of oversteer, but luckily I catch it. Open the DRS for this next part of the track. It's a twisting part, but not too much downforce is needed here. Going all the way up to 350 kilometers an hour, braking as hard and as late as possible for this next chicane. I usually use second gear, I just use third. Short shift up into fourth basically to kill the oversteer. Down to second gear for this next very tight chicane. And over the little crest, over the curb on the inside and on the outside, heading into the final two 90-degree right-handers for the track. Brake down to third gear, clip the curb on the inside and on the outside, keep it on the outside, and then go for clip the curb on the inside again for the final corner. And we cross the line in a brilliant 1 minute 29.2, which banks our spot in Quali 3. Oh boy! We're gonna work for this one, guys. We're gonna work for this one. I quickly want to remind you guys to follow me on all my social media pages. Facebook, Twitter and Instagram are popping up on the screen. Be a lad, go follow me and you will have all the latest news on the F1 games and what is going on this very YouTube channel. So, please go do that. And also, guys, while we're at it, I will remind you guys at the end again. But guys, remember, if you like these videos that me and Prophet Fox make, please share them with your friends so we can get more viewers and we can get more subscribers, and then the channel will grow and just get better as you guys help us grow. Now heading on to our first lap in Quali 3. Guys, this first part of the track, this little straight, then T1, that flat out kick, and then the second part of the straight, it's amazing. And you do 350 kph plus. It's just, you feel like a rocket ship. Oh, I love it. We come across the line for a 1 minute 29.8. To be quite honest, on a set of worn tires, that was actually a very legitimate lap. Ooh, sorry, I had a little bit of a burp there, an inner chest burp. And for a set of worn tires, like I said, it was a very good lap. We are only P9, so we're really gonna have to work to get anywhere near those Gasly, Sergio Perez, Lewis Hamilton, those guys. Guys, just so by the way, how is Sergio Perez carrying that Force India so far? He's overdriving that car like I've never seen before. Damn, props Sergio, props to you my boy, props to you. Guys, on to our very final lap here in Q3. You guys can see I'm very lost on the grid if you watch the mini-map. Now, I wanted to get the best and most possible grip. You guys know the last car is the car that has the most grip because that's the max amount of rubber getting laid out onto the track. Guys, we go here through this very fast sweeping left-hander, then go into the 90-degree right, clip the curb on the inside and on the outside, and I get a brilliant, magnificent exit. We get the jump to the end of the lap. It's the final two corners, guys. We are up a massive amount of time on our first time, and we're going to cross the line, and it's going to be...
The grid is all set then for the race tomorrow. But before we go, let's quickly remind ourselves of our top three, who are Bottas, Hamilton and Kimi Räikkönen. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Well done. Very solid results. You're looking good for the race.
I hope you're ready, because I am. Let's head to the Sochi Autodrome for this Russian Grand Prix.
Good afternoon from Sochi as we prepare to get underway for the Russian Grand Prix. The championship battle has some time to go yet, but still expect no quarter to be given here on this circuit that made its debut in 2014 and has already seen some classic racing. It's time to go racing then in the Sochi Autodrome, where the long run down to the heavy braking zone at turn 2 is one of 2 DRS zones around this 3.6 mile circuit. The other, of course, down into turn 13. 18 corners make up a lap here today, with an average speed somewhere in the region of 130 miles an hour. With that then, let's run through the grid order. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Räikkönen, Ricciardo, Max Verstappen, O'Connor, Perez, They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Leclerc, Ocon, and Kevin Magnussen. Grosjean, Gasly, Marcus Ericsson, and Sirotkin, Vettel, Hulkenberg, Carlos Sainz, and Lance Stroll. Alonso and Stoffel van Dorn completes the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
We're in a better grip position than we were expecting. Let's see if we can hold on to it.
Guys, on the grid for the Russian Grand Prix, quickly want to remind you guys to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to ding that bell. Quick word on their strategy, nothing fancy, hypersofts onto ultrasofts, going to the end, pushing like crazy. And guys, the championship is heating up and stuff is going to get interesting. Enjoy the formation lap and jam with me. On the grid, guys, and we are going to head to 5 red lights for this Russian Grand Prix. Mercedes front row lockout, the Mercs are back, and it's go, go, go for the Russian Grand Prix. Mercedes on the front, now they're going to have the disadvantage heading into T1. There's almost contact between the second Mercedes and the Ferrari of Kimi Raikkonen. Then there's the Red Bull of Daniel Ricciardo also getting his nose in there. The two Mercs are blocking the entire way all the way to the front. You guys can see that I'm coming there from the back. It's Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas side by side. Chaos there at the back with cars going off the grid. It's still side by side for both the Mercedes drivers. Valtteri is trying to launch back into this championship. Not that I think he can do anything, but he is fighting for everything he's worth. But Hamilton gets the better of him as they head into the second sector of the track. You guys can see I've gotten myself all the way up into third. Kimi Raikkonen has had the most atrocious start I think he could have wanted. I'm already ahead of my championship rival, and stuff is not looking good for Kimi at this stage. Kimi has to get past this Force India as quick as humanly possible because he has to catch those two Red Bulls before we bolt away, and this Sergio Perez is just a roadblock. And at this stage now I'm defending from Max Verstappen and Daniel Ricciardo. I don't know how Max got ahead of Daniel. I missed that. a few seconds ago. But we're heading here into the next part of this track, and it's late onto the brakes for the Red Bulls, so there's nothing they can do about it. Kimi already makes a move on the inside of the Force India of Sergio Perez. I hope it's Perez, otherwise it will be Esteban Ocon, but I think it's Perez. We're heading here into this next part of the track. You guys can see the Red Bulls are right on my gearbox, and now Kimi is going to be right on the gearbox of the two Red Bulls. So, this race has already heated up just after the first lap, and stuff is going to look juicy for the rest of this Russian Grand Prix. Guys, I had an exceptional start off of P6 off the line. Thanks to penalties, I'm a little bit higher than I was in qualifying, but let's fight, baby. Let's fight. Jumping back onto our POV for the start of this Grand Prix. You guys can see I didn't get the best launch. Oh, man, Perez makes massive contact with me as we come out of the first little kink. But I am late onto the brakes to try and jump the two Red Bull drivers. I go up the inside. I leave them more than enough space. I don't know why they pushed each other that wide. There was more than enough space for at least one of them. I think they could have fit two in there, but I can be mistaken. You guys can see it. Then the two Red Bull drivers. That's where Max got past Daniel, and that's why Max is now chasing me in fourth position for third. That was a brilliant start, if I have to say so myself. But now I need to try and get onto the back of those two Mercedes cars. But guys, I have to say something. This entire weekend, those two Mercedes Benzes were immensely fast. They are back and back to rule. So Ferrari really have to pull their finger out of their hiney's and start upgrading that car again to get ahead of these Mercs, because wow, those Mercs just had practice 1, practice 2, practice, okay, they didn't do practice 3, but practice 1, practice 2 and qualifying. They were at the top the whole time. They were always there. And those two Mercs, yeah, they're back. Like I said, they are back and they are ready to rule. But now I can't focus too much on them. I first have to focus on Max Verstappen, because he's not letting go of me anytime soon. I have a little kick of oversteer coming out of that final chicane, guys, heading into the final two right-handers of the track. And Lewis Hamilton sets the fastest lap of the first lap with a 1 minute 33.5. And now it is the wonderful time for the two Red Bulls to start battling and for me to vault away. Yeah, jawohl. Guys, the two Red Bulls are fighting, and Kimi Raikkonen is right on the back of them. I don't know where, but I think that's Marcus Ericsson or Charles Leclerc in the Sauber behind, who also got past the Force India of Sergio Perez. And now he is right in this battle. Kimi is going for a move on Max. Daniel has passed Max already. And, ooh, the Red Bull actually is feisty and puts his car... Oh, no. That's actually Daniel in front. Kimi does make the move stick on Max. So Max is back down to P6. It's now Ricciardo P4 and Kimi P5. Guys, we jump back onto the POV of the two Mercedes-Benz cars. And guys, you know Valtteri Bottas is much higher in the championship than Lewis. I honestly don't think he's going to be able to catch me or Kimi. But you can't blame a guy for trying. He gets the move done on Lewis, and Valtteri Bottas is officially leading the Russian Grand Prix. From here on, I am battling away with the Red Bull of Daniel Ricciardo. Oh yes, of Daniel Ricciardo. I nearly said Daniel Verstappen. How does that work? Sorry, my brain is 10 moves ahead like a chess game, but it's too quick for my mouth to keep up. So, yes. We jump onto the POV of Kimi Raikkonen's front wing, and guys, I think Kimi was so anxious at this stage. He needed me and Ricciardo to hold each other up or to make a mistake so he could get the move done. You guys know I'm ahead in the championship, and as things are looking now for Kimi, slowly but surely I'm starting to run away with it, and I don't think Kimi is appreciating that one little bit. Oh, there's contact! Kimi breaks his front wing on the back of Daniel Ricciardo's Red Bull. What happened there? Kimi, you saw there was no gap on the outside. Oh man, he jolted way too late to the inside. Kimi Raikkonen has broken off his front wing. Well, he still has clearly enough downforce to go around the outside. GG's Kimi, GG's. But still, guys, that has opened up the door for me. Guys, look, there goes the part of front wing. Kimi has just made this a very, very long race for himself. And now it's my job to get as far away as possible. You guys can see on the very same lap, Daniel Ricciardo's already sizing up a move to re-overtake Kimi Raikkonen to get back his P4. And I don't actually know what happened to Max Verstappen. He just floated away or hovered away or something, because I only see the Sauber. I don't know if that's Leclerc or Ericsson. I honestly can't tell you guys if that's Leclerc or Ericsson, but who cares? It's an Alfa Romeo Sauber. Okay, here you guys get to Kimi Raikkonen is even getting passed by Checo himself. Sergio Perez is also... Oh no, that is Ocon. That is Ocon. Okay, guys, it was Ocon the whole time. and now even the Sauber is lining up a move on Kimi. The same engines in both these cars, Ferrari powered they are both, but at this stage there is nothing that Kimi Raikkonen can do about Charles Leclerc. I saw the number 16, and now on to lap 8, guys. I'm coming in for a very early stop, hoping to get myself a massive undercut on the two Mercs, because they were honestly really running away and I had to get something going to try and catch them. So yeah, I really had my work cut out for me, and I also needed to try and get away from Ricardo, who was chasing me in third. So a very successful pit stop, and now we are going to have to push on this out lap like we've never pushed before. Come on, little Toro Rosso, let's do this. So guys, we get out of the pit lane and stuff is looking very juicy at this stage. We are battling for a final podium position with one of the Red Bull drivers and trying to catch the two Mercs. I don't believe I've got the pace to catch them, but we are going to try. We are definitely going to try. You can't quit as easily as that. Now with us being in clean air, it's also going to help a lot. You guys can see here on lap 9, Charles Leclerc is actually catching up to the back of Esteban Ocon. You guys can see there's Daniel Ricciardo ahead of them, and these two are starting to battle a little bit, meaning there eventually Kimi is going to catch up to them. Oh, there was a lockup by Ocon. I could have sworn there was a lockup, and now they're going side by side through this flat out left-handed hairpin, and come on, Ocon gives Leclerc the squeeze as Leclerc staying on the inside. Oh, another double lockup from Ocon, and there's a crash. That's Raikkonen and my teammate. Oh no. Oh boy, what was Ocon thinking? Did he not watch his mirrors? Guys, did Kimi Raikkonen just did he just bottle it? His championship hopes could just have gone up in his face. This is the view from my teammate Pierre Gasly's car. Gasly, you could have avoided that easily, man. No, man, that's a little bit pathetic. Bad Gasly. Guys, the championship rival of myself, Kimi Raikkonen, and my teammate Pierre Gasly is out of the Russian Grand Prix. And while we size up a move on Stoffel Van Dorn in the McLaren, guys, I can't believe my eyes. Guys, if we get a good result today, we literally just have to keep getting points till the end of the season to bag this championship. Come on, baby, come on. Heading on to the end of lap 10, guys, the start of lap 11, it is time for Lewis Hamilton to come into the pit lane and strap on his set of ultra soft tires, which he is taking to the end of the Grand Prix, and battling away with Valtteri Bottas. And guys, spoiler alert, I could not catch these two Mercedes. Like I said, they are back and better than ever, and they are very fast. I know that's gonna sound weird when you guys listen to that, but they were stinking fast. There was nothing I could do about them. But guys, heading here on to lap 11, just the lap, the same lap that Lewis came out of the pit lane. I was so far behind, it's not even funny. Alonso is battling away with Lance Stroll. They hold each other up, and I go for a move up the inside of the left-handed hairpin. Will I make a double move? Oh, what a beautiful move! Come on, baby, let's go. Let's go. That is what I live for. Oh, that felt good. That felt amazing. Yeah, baby. Guys, here's a replay from my POV itself. Guys, just on the inside, keep it on the inside, hug the inside, go onto the curb a little bit, give them their space. But there was nothing those two could do, because I'm no longer a midfield or a back marker team. I am one of the leading teams, and those are back marker teams or midfield. I don't think there is back markers in this career mode anymore. The midfield is so bunched up, and it's all the teams except the top 4. So no more back markers, just midfield, but I'm no longer a midfield team. Haha. Heading on to the end of lap 11, guys. And now Bottas is coming into the pit lane. Let's see if Bottas has stayed ahead of Lewis Hamilton at this stage. You guys can see, okay, also Daniel Ricciardo and Charles Leclerc is coming in, as well as the force India of Esteban Ocon, and I couldn't see the car after Esteban. I was too busy focusing on getting all the names right. Here's Lewis rounding the final corner, getting onto this very fast section of the track, the straight kink straight. That actually needs to become a trend. The straight kink straight. And guys, there you guys can see up ahead, Valtteri is far ahead of Lewis Hamilton, and now we jump onto the POV of Daniel Ricciardo to see if I am still going to be past him. And guys, this was just too easy. The undercut at Russia is so OP, it's not even funny, and we keep the net P3 position, but only a few laps later, and Daniel Ricciardo said, just a few laps ahead of me is enough, and he was pressurizing me like never before. He goes for a move up the inside, and now I am right behind Daniel himself. I need to get past this Red Bull, guys. This is so critical that I finish on the podium. Now that Kimi Räikkönen is out of the Grand Prix, I look left, I look right, but there's no space. He goes defensive, and yes, he has a slow and a bad corner exit. I am back ahead, but now Daniel is going to have the DRS for this next part of the track, this next detection zone. Ooh, don't do anything to me, Daniel. Leave me alone. Get out of the slipstream, Toro Rosso. And guys, luckily there was nothing he could do to me. But we jump onto lap 20 on the exact same part of the track, and this time Daniel and even Charles Leclerc was starting to come from behind at a very immense speed. Charles Leclerc, I don't know how you are doing this, my friend, but that Sauber is the worst car on paper. Oh, Ricardo pushes me wide. Oh, I nearly take off Leclerc's front wing. Sorry guys, I'll compliment Leclerc after this battle. Oh my word, Ricardo is past me again. I get a massive kick of oversteer coming out of the chicane. I think Charles Leclerc was just sitting there watching this, all relaxed, until I took off his front wing. I think that's scary. Guys, you jump back onto my POV. I have to get past Ricardo. I can't play games anymore. Come on, Daniel. Don't make this hard, my friend. Don't make this hard. Open up the DRS halfway through that corner, and we are heading all the way down the straight for Daniel Ricciardo on the outside. We've got the overspeed. He's still there on the inside. I clipped the curve on the inside for the next corner, and now Leclerc is thinking, hey, you two are battling. Why don't I get in on the fun? And he passes Daniel Ricciardo. Well done, Charles Leclerc. Well done. Guys, back onto the story with Charles. How is he dragging the worst car on the grid into points paying positions and fighting with the front teams? GG's Charles Leclerc. Guys, we're going to run through the top 10 quickly. Valtteri Bottas is still leading the way from his teammate Lewis Hamilton. Myself in third position with, I think Daniel overtook Charles. Oh no, actually Charles Leclerc is now pressuring me. Wonderful. Where are you getting the pace, Charles? So Charles Leclerc is fourth with Daniel Ricciardo in fifth. Sixth is Esteban Ocon. Yes, it is Ocon. In seventh place is the Haas of Roman Grosjean. Ninth place is the second Haas of Kevin Magnussen. And bringing up the rear end, it is actually Sebastian Vettel. So the only man, oh no, he's ninth. 10th is the second Sauber of Marcus Ericsson. Sorry about that, guys. I got my numbers wrong there. But it's the excitement. The excitement. Look at Marcus Ericsson, guys. He is pressuring Sebastian Vettel. Guys, Vettel had no pace this entire Grand Prix. Even Checo is getting in on the fun. This is for the final 2 points positions. Come on, Checo. I hate your car, but I love you, my man. That car is very pink. And Checo is side by side with Marcus Ericsson going through this flat out left-handed hairpin. And for the inside of the next right-hander, is Checo going to make the move stick on Marcus? They are still side by side with Vettel right behind them, and I think that's the Renault of Nico Hülkenberg also right behind them. But Marcus gets the move. He still defends his position. Well, bloody done, Marcus Ericsson. But guys, we jump onto the end of the Grand Prix, and Valtteri Bottas and Lewis Hamilton have dominated this Grand Prix. It was a Mercedes whitewash, and Valtteri Bottas takes top honors and wins the Russian Grand Prix. There comes Lewis Hamilton in second place, and let's hope we could have held on to third place. It seems as if we're still in third place. Yes, we are, and we are ahead of Charles Leclerc and Daniel Ricciardo. Did Ricciardo do anything about Charles Leclerc at this stage? Nope. Guys, Charles Leclerc in that worst car on the grid, this Alfa Romeo Sauber, is going to get 4th place in this Grand Prix. GG's to Charles Leclerc, but we are going to come home to finish on the final step of the podium in the Russian Grand Prix. Get in there, baby!
Great drive, great drive. We're really happy with that performance.
So, another fantastic victory for the Silver Arrows. So, Ant, how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
Well, I'd say it's just raw pace, plain and simple. I mean, we could sit here and talk about strategy all day, the overtaking, looking after the tyres, but at the end of it all, if you want to win, you need a package that's got the speed over everyone else, and that's exactly what they had today.
So as I say that, we can see the drivers coming out now to collect their trophies. It's yet more silverware to take back to their base in Brackley after another excellent Grand Prix. And after this round of the World Championship, Here's how things look in the drivers' table. O'Connor increases their championship lead. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
I'm going to say Stoffel Van Dorn. It was probably one of his best drives this season. I was thoroughly impressed.
And now let's take a look at the constructors' standings. We saw a dip in form from the championship leaders today. Their lead has taken a significant blow. It was great having you with us for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Until next time though, goodbye.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy. You really cut your way through the field today. What was your strategy? Another podium. You must be getting used to it up there. Do you have any comments about the collisions? Appreciate your time.
Guys, what a Russian Grand Prix. The championship now is within arm's reach for me. I just need to stay consistent and I need to focus on what I'm doing. I can't play games anymore. I need to be try hard till the end of the season. It is now make or break, and you guys know it is so easy to just do one bad in one race and for Kimi to win and be back in this championship fight. I really have to buckle up, get my head into this, and actually just push till the very last checkered flag in Abu Dhabi.
Just wanted to say congrats on the podium. It's thoroughly deserved. We were sweating those last few laps on the pit wall, but you brought it home.
All right, the terms have been agreed. All that's left is to sign the paperwork. You'll be on this new deal from the next race weekend.
A very sad moment there, guys. Our very last contract on F1 2018 has been signed. We are on this contract till the end of the season. Guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, don't forget to ding the bell, and I'll see y'all for the next Grand Prix at Japan. Cheers!